Hey, Tiger fans. Hope you're having a great day. We are here live from the ACC Kickoff. I am Zach, joined by Ed, Cole, and Jerry. So, today the ACC Kickoff wrapped up its final day, and yeah, just giving you guys your overall thoughts on what you heard today. Yeah, anything surprising or anything shocking aside from the fact that Syracuse's head coach looks like he, yeah, is very suited reading stories to kids. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not surprised by too much. I mean, we kind of heard our normal. Clemson kind of talking about development, talking about freshmen. Definitely got to see the new Syracuse coach. He seemed a little dazed and confused, I guess. So that was a little strange. Everything else was kind of normal.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even consider Syracuse having a football coach at the moment. He was,
I think Davos, when he made some great comments, obviously we knew that the transfer portal was going to be brought up with him, and the setting the scholarships to 105 and stuff that everyone's talking about was going to be brought up. So I think Clemson had a strong showing for sure. I liked NC State, what they had to say too. But yeah, I think Syracuse struggled out there.
Yeah, I think for me, yeah, I'd say the NC State was kind of like a shocker, just with how out there Dave Doran was when it came to the goals, and he said numerous times that their goal is to hold the trophy. And so, that to me is shocking, seeing as they have yet to sniff, even getting to the championship game.
Yeah, Dorian was kind of talking like they won the ACC and they went in the playoffs and they lost, and they were coming back for revenge this year. So it's they were a little aggressive, kind of walking in and like they were somebody.
yeah, I think it's 1979 was the last time NC State won an ACC championship title. So as much as I do dislike Dave Doran and the NC State Wolfpack, I did like to hear what Grayson McCall had to say. I've been following him for a good bit now since he was at Coastal Carolina. I do hope we beat the brakes off of them this year, but I really do enjoy, I really did enjoy listening to Grayson talk today about that NC State team. But yeah, I'm agree with you. It sounded like Dave Doran was saying that NC State was getting back to the national championship or something. I was just kind of confused. Like I don't think you've been close. So, anyways.
Yeah, going off of you talking about Grayson McCall, I think that him up there at the podium, you could see that he's going into his 6th year of college football, and you can tell that he's going to be a leader on that team, and it's going to be interesting to see what they can do with him leading their offense. But yeah, I don't see them competing for really a top 3 spot in the ACC this year. I think they'll be on that 4 or 5 spot, but we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah. So, we said that we heard that, so let's hear from him now.
What can you say about ACC football and how it looks now with this new portfolio nationally?
Yeah, it's exciting times. I mean, obviously, the footprint has changed. I'm super excited about the 3 new teams coming in. I think it creates a lot of new storylines, new opportunity. Obviously, getting a chance to go to the West Coast and out to Texas as well. So I think that's great for the league. So it should be a lot of fun. I mean, it's you don't days of divisions and all that stuff are gone. And It's always been about winning this league. I think that's the main thing. And now, not only do you, if you win the league, you have an opportunity to be in the playoff, but you got a great chance to get by. And so I think that's just makes it, even more exciting because more teams, more competition. That's going to be a lot of fun.
So I have to start there and just say, like, how hard do you think it was for Dad to, talk about these new teams and stuff, knowing that his school is, like, suing the league, and, like, the chances of them ever going to California, are slim. So, I mean, that was, a PC dad I have ever seen. So, your thought?
I definitely feel it's kind of awkward. Like, something's going on, and it's like not necessarily talked about, and it's not like you're getting looked at weird, but you just have that, like, people are looking down. Oh, Clemson, Florida State, they're doing this, kind of causing a stir and things, and it's weird when the questions come up, and Dabo does answer them, but it's kind of very plain, simple, and to the point.
Yeah, he's never going to actually tell you how he feels about it. He's just going to keep it professional, which I do respect about that. But I do personally hope we never have to go to Cal and play football.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's really weird that you think of the ACC and you have teams in California that are part of the ACC. It doesn't make much sense, but, at the end of the day, it's all about making money for these programs, and I think everyone realizes that, but it's definitely going to be weird to see this year.
Yes, it is. So, let's keep going with him, because he, like you said, he did have a great long dissertation. They got the scholarship, and so let's keep going.
Coach, to your left, third row, right in the middle.
Hey, Coach, good to see you again. Tony Syracuse from Last Word on Sports. One of the things that's been apparent this week is the amount of transfer quarterbacks that are in this conference. Does it feel like a luxury to have Kate back and have that familiarity without having to bring in someone new and learn everything all over?
Well, I mean, it's a blessing, certainly when you've got your starting quarterback back, for sure. I mean, we've had great ones that have come in, that it was their first year in our system and have done well. But it's always great when you're not starting over. When you've got a guy that's grown, had some experience under his belt, and that's. I mean, Kate Klubnik's a great young man, a great talent. He's just blossoming right before our eyes, physically and mentally, and also as a leader. So we're excited about year two with him as our starter, and also with Garrett. This will be Kate's first time, to have the same coach, same system. So I think we all expect to see some great growth from that.
Stay on the left, Coach. Second row, young lady in the blue.
I'm Katrina Sacken for the Clemson Insider. Coach Sweeney, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. An incredible performance by your freshman class this past season. Let's talk about this one. What makes this one so special?
Freshman class?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're going to find out. We think that we've signed another great group coming in here for sure. I think we've had 14 top 15 recruiting classes in a row. So we're very consistent with evaluating and recruiting, kind of our top prospects year in and year out. And we think we've signed another excellent class. But we'll hold judgment on that until they get out there and go do it. But certainly on paper, we've got some talented young men. The one part that I can speak to is most of these guys came in January. So I think we had 15 or 16 of them came in January. So that's gives you a little bit more insight into where they are. And it gives you a chance to to accelerate their learning curve. I think we only had 2 guys come in June. We had 3 come in May. The rest of those guys came in January. So for them to be able to go through the offseason, go through spring practice, all the installation, and then a chance to get it again in the summer. Now they get it again in fall camp. You expect several of those guys to be able to help us. And so we've signed some really good players, in all areas, offensive line, really good guys there, tight end, signed another great young running back, a couple of great wideouts that we're excited about, some great young talent in the secondary, linebacker, D-line, really every position, kicker. We signed a really good group that hopefully will help us, put it all together as a team.
Are you tired of scrolling endlessly to find the perfect deal?
Who said that?
Me.
Ah! Who are you? How did you get in my house?
Be not afraid. I'm the Frugal Fairy. See, at the Frugaling Shop, we bring the best deals to your doorstep, so you can spend less time searching and more time saving.
Yes, hello? There's a man with wings standing in my living room, and I'm scared.
Home isn't just a place, it's a feeling. That's what Harbor Oasis became for me, a slice of home in Anderson, South Carolina. I stumbled upon this heartwarming marketplace. Roaming through aisles of handcrafted treasures and local art, I felt each piece whispering stories of passion and dedication. It's a place where warmth meets creativity. Join me in experiencing this magical oasis. Explore the beauty, attend soul-enriching workshops, and support local artisans. See for yourself how Harbor Oasis can become a part of your story too. Experience the joy today at Harbor Oasis, located at 5013 SC 24 in Anderson. Have you ever stumbled upon a flavor sensation that sweeps you off your feet? That's Waffle Drop. Nestled in the heart of Greenville, we've spun up the traditional bubble waffle, a thrilling mix of pancake and waffle, into an art form. From the whimsical Lille Blue Panda to the decadent Ferrero Rocher ice cream, every bite is an adventure. Imagine savoring a bubble waffle wrapped around your favorite ice cream. Now stop imagining. Visit us at Hampton Station and embark on your own delightful journey. Buy now and feel the happiness we blend into every serving. Experience the joy today at Waffle Drop.
So welcome back to our ACC Kickoff special here, live from the Hilton. I think that is right.
Yeah, Hilton.
Hilton
All
Uptown.
right. Yeah. So I am so used to saying for years it was at the Westin. And now we have changed hotels, so I am still learning that, just heard from Dow there talking about Cake Club. So are you guys, through buying he is selling, that Cake Club has turned the corner this year? And we are going to see a different QE for the Tigers.
I mean, I'm hoping. I think this is good for the second year under Riley. I like the development side of them, it's him coming through. And Dabo talks the same way I feel about all the quarterbacks. So you kind of get that, you hope so, and you kind of have to doubt it in your way because you're like, you hear about DJ for years. It's like, no, DJ's going to be better this week. He's going to be fine. And then it's the same thing. I definitely think Cade will be a little more developed this year, though. And I think the offensive line will help that because I think that was a big problem because he was still passing pretty well to some of these receivers, and they were dropping passes, and we're still just blaming Cade for every bit of it. So I look forward to seeing how that offensive line really helps, plus bringing in some new wide receivers.
I mean, you have to, hold Cade accountable. All right.
I mean, I agree with you, Jeremy. I feel like it's the same thing with DJ, though, is every week, it was blaming the DJ for, the wide receivers dropping passes, but you got to look at the offensive line with the coaching change with Matt Luke. Cade can do nothing but progress to this season and last season. So I do expect him to come out 10 times better. And I'm excited to see the offense progress and mature and get better from last year with the wide receiver additions with Bryant Westco Jr. and TJ Moore.
Yeah, and going off of what y'all were saying, I think that the key to his development is the pieces around him. And I think that hiring Matt Luke, like you said, having a full year of starting experience now for him in the deep wide receiver room, which is greatly improved from last year, in my opinion, and a great running back in Phil Maffa. I think that the sky's the limit for Cade this year, and I think that all the pieces around him have set this offense up and Cade up for a great year.
Yeah, I think you make a great point. Yeah, he got a lot of slack and stuff. Yeah, and honestly, the O-line and the wide receivers really the last 3 years have let this team down. So I agree. I think that if you look at the teams like Georgia, Alabama, even FSU, you're going to see offensive line. Yeah, and that has been the weakness.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Cade's been running all over the place. I mean, he doesn't even have time to even think or even look. Half the time their wide receivers are wide open, but he's too busy getting chased by somebody. And I'm also curious to kind of see how, having coaches in his ear in the helmet, how much that is going to either calm Cade down, or is it going to help? Is it going to make it worse? That's going to be a huge thing to look for this season, for everybody.
I think week one we'll see that. I have like what you're saying with the helmet stuff. It's either going to be really good or really bad, because it's either going to wind him up, it's going to freak him out, or he's going to be like, okay, calm down, got coach in my ear, listen to what I'm saying. But like you were saying, like Cade's running all over the place. The offensive line in the past couple of years has not been great. When is Clemson going to get back to wide receiver U like it was in 2016, 2017, 2018, when these 50-50 jump balls were coming down every time? Because like anything you threw downfield was coming down with Justin Ross and all these kind of guys. But now it's like, who are we bringing in as a freshman? Who are the older guys that are going to step up for this program and help Cade out? And one thing, I'll never, people are always bashing Cade on the internet, bashing him all over the place. This kid takes it all. He takes full responsibility for whatever happens when you're looking on the field and, O-linemen are tripping over their feet or they're just getting destroyed by D-line. He takes it all. So that's why I think he's going to have a big jump this year, and I can't wait to see what he does week one versus Georgia.
And going back to that offensive line real quick, I think the key piece to any successful offense in college football is the offensive line, and it helps open up the run game. And if the quarterback knows that they're going to protect him and he has time to pass the ball, then you're going to see his confidence increase and his chemistry with his receivers increase, knowing that he has a good O-line around him that's going to keep him upright the whole game. And I think that with this revamped offensive line under Matt Luke, that is going to give the whole offense a lot of confidence heading into this season.
Yeah, so a lot of Cade talk. So let's hear the
Hey, this is Greg Mann from TigerNet.com. One of the themes with talking to Garrett Riley last week was some of the lessons and the takeaways he had in year one as the coordinator. But for you, when you look back at the tape, what are some of your takeaways that you're going to bring with you in year two as a starter?
Yeah, honestly, super excited to have Coach Riley as my quarterback coach and offensive coordinator for my third year in a row. I would just say, honestly, one of the biggest things is taking it 1 week at a time. Never looking to the next opponent, never looking to 2 weeks ahead, 3 weeks ahead, but truly just focusing on 1 day at a time. And that's one thing that we've talked about, and just being automatic in everything, in every little play, being automatic and efficient, and just making the routine plays routine and just stick to the system.
Cade right in front of you, first row, right side. Cade, Dan Tortora, WayCallDT.com. Where has that evolution come from for you that you've seen since you've been asked to be there as a signal caller and to be a leader of this offense. Where have you seen yourself evolve the most as you step into 2024?
I think just being able to manage the game. I look back at last season and throughout the year, being a full-time starter for a full year, I learned how to actually manage a game in a really efficient way. And I think that's one thing I got better at throughout the season. One thing that I want to start off with really, really quickly in week one and then just continue to get better at. So, that's been great. And then honestly, just leading, just using all pushing guys, just building as great as a camaraderie as I can build with my teammates and with my receivers, with my running backs, tight ends. Just trying to be the best leader that I can be, and it's been great.
Okay, from the podium, a follow-up to that. Last year, 21 touchdowns, 12 receptions. What have you been working on during the offseason to improve that ratio?
Yeah, I think the first thing would be, obviously getting to be in the same system again. I think that being able to know the offense, almost feels like as you're no longer in it, you know how to get through progressions faster. You know when to kind of cancel out yes/no pre-snap progressions, know when you're hot off of blitzes, know the protections better, and that honestly comes with getting the ball out of my hand quicker. At least less interception, less sacks, and then being able to kind of make big time plays with either my legs or throwing the ball downfield. So.
Right side, third row.
Okay, TJ Wilkerson of 90.9 The Light. Clemson comes from a long list of great quarterbacks. Have any of those previous alumni reached out to you or offered to work out with you in your game?
Not as much like workout. I've talked to Deshaun and Trevor a little bit each. But they're both chasing their NFL careers right now, so they don't have a ton of free time to come back and train in Clemson with me. But I've definitely had some great mentors. Nick Foles was a guy that went to my high school, and just a guy that I've looked up to a ton, and got to spend a couple days with the Mannings at Manning Passing Academy a couple weeks ago and kind of pick their brain and stuff, and kind of learn a couple cheat codes of stuff that I've never even heard before. So that was great. It's been awesome to kind of have people like that that I can reach out to and that truly understand what I'm going through and what the game is.
Okay, thank you.
Ever wondered what it's like to soar above trees, just minutes away from the city rush? I tried the Treetop Quest Greenville, and guys, it's an exhilarating blend of thrill and nature. With over 60 obstacles and zip lines fit for any skill level, the adventure leaves you buzzing with adrenaline. You can swing through courses multiple times in a 2.5-hour session. So why wait? Get your adventure spirit on and check them out today and feel the rush for yourself.
Ever find yourself needing custom gear that really stands out? At Carolina Printing Sports and Trophy in Hartsville, SC, we personalize everything from t-shirts to trophies, making sure your brand or team logo pops. Whether it's screen printing, embroidery, or dazzling plaques, we've got you covered. Swing by today and let's create something unique just for you.
Hey, no, no, hey, no, no, hey, no, no.
So we only have like 5 minutes left. So I want to know from each of you, did anything that you heard today or throughout this week change your opinion on the ACC who win? Or like, was there anything that would change your mind?
The only thing I didn't like is they had each team's helmets out there, and all the Clemson ones, the paw was sticking straight up, not at an angle. So I don't know if that was like a little diss at us, for the lawsuit, or just trying to make people. That's little details.
That's a sin.
Yeah,
you can't
it was on each of them too. Yeah. There was 2 of them.
Yeah. I'm sure Jim Phillips went and did that himself.
Oh, I'm sure whoever put them on there had no clue. Yeah. Overall, there's not a whole lot change ACC. One thing at Clemson, I did like each person that talked a whole lot about family, the team, coming together as a group. Pretty much every one of them talked about it, whether it was spending time together or doing something. And that was kind of nice to hear that each one of them individually was all, I think this team this year is a little more together in line. We put a few extra little weapons, but such a young team, being mainly freshmen last year, are all coming together. I think it's going to be pretty fun to watch.
I agree with you. I think this team is very selfless, and it's always about their whole team and a family aspect. And I feel like each of the guys that got up there and spoke today have just matured since they're freshman year at Clemson. So, but other than that, I haven't really seen much change in ACC other than adding 3 teams: Cal, Stanford, and SMU.
I agree, and you can see the unity on the team, like how y'all were saying when they were talking up there. And another thing is you can see the leadership and veteran experience that is on this team, which is different than some other teams that we've seen here in the ACC. And I think that leadership can lead them to a very successful season, and it's interesting to see what they can do.
Yeah. So the Tigers can't see. So as they do so, what is one thing that you're going to be looking at?
Well, definitely offensive line. That's, I feel like, a main thing, and that's the nonstop conversation behind everything. It's not even so much receivers or Cade as much, but it's offensive line and what they're doing and what's going on.
Yeah, I agree with you with the offensive line, but I think the whole offense as a whole, I feel like all the eyes coming up in fall camp are looking at the offense. I mean, everybody knows the defense is going to be stellar, as it always is. So I'm very excited to look at that offense, and I really do think they're going to make a big jump, and I can't wait to see it.
And aside from that offensive line, like you all said, I'm going to be paying attention to the wide receiver room. I think that there's going to be a lot of position battles for who gets playing time this year. And I think that's going to push each of those guys to be even better. And it's going to be – I'm really interested to see which of those guys emerge out of that receiver room.
Awesome stuff. Talking season is almost over. So, yeah, it's just out of time to throw the heads on and get out there. I know you're going to miss it, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, yeah, I'll enjoy not having to wake up at 5 a.m. to go work out every day. That's the bright side of it.
Yes, it is. So, yeah, be sure to tune in. Y'all are going to have your show Monday there. And Jerry, I will be on Thursday at 5. So, yeah, we'll have lots of coverage of camp starting on the site All Clemson Tigers.com. So, for these guys, I am Zach Lentz. Thank you so much for joining us on this special edition of the All Clemson Tigers Show live from the ACC Kickoff.
Hey, no, no, no.